John, did you have a question? I saw you raise your hand earlier. Okay. Just want to check.
Some of us miss some of it, and we can't hear hardly anything.
Okay. But you can see the model. Do you understand the model on how we're going to go about, spreading out and reaching out to different communities and getting into groups?
If you'd like to sit up front, I can switch you places. Yeah, you can hear better.
Yeah. Maybe we can summarize it online and put it up for all to see, and then perhaps print out flyers for those who can't.
And all sorts of
I think that's intelligent no matter what.
And plus, we can also
no online access to
Right,
flyers.
and that's what I'm saying. We need to be able to target both.
And plus, those people who were here after this meeting's over can fill in those who might not have all the information.
Right.
In terms of summarizing it, I've been describing it to people in messages for 3 days. So it would not take any time at all to describe this.
Excellent.
Maybe we can write it out for those that
Should
don't
I
have
put
it
it in a
online.
document?
Yes.
Yes, both.
Both. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everything. All of the above.
Do we know what our general message is?
I understand that you guys are creating a process to go out there, but do you understand what the general message is?
I have an option.
Message for all groups.
That'll come next. We'll talk about
99%,
it.
each person has a different message. And we're going to find out what resonates with them, so we can tell them, target them. Because when people come up, yeah, I agree with this, but I don't agree with that. So if we can get those people to agree with what they agree with, and we go through each group, and then we bring all the groups together.
And find compromise within that system.
It will actually also help on the streets, because then when someone comes up that's obviously unemployed, you'll have simple phrases, you're exhausted, even, or if someone's new, they'll know several phrases that they can say right away.
I'm really sorry. I have some stuff that needs to be read. I can't get it up online. I will post these links. And I really suggest that you understand what the original message was of this action and of this operation. Not occupation, that originally started out as an operation. That you really, a lot of this work is already to be done.
Well, I think it's a good idea.
It's great that you're sitting here and working that through on your own. However, this started back in June. On July 4th was a call for a national default on your mortgage. There are some serious things that are beginning to happen. And you guys might think I'm chicken on the law, doom, gloom, sky is falling. But while you guys are sitting here getting the sand under your vajayjays, things are happening on a
Just
national
you got to
level.
understand, it's macro and micro, okay? It trickles down. Each society, each community needs to get this on their own. And yes, we'll draw from the bigger.
But right now, I honestly feel that you guys are making a mistake and that a lot of the issues that are coming up and bubbling to the surface in this national Occupy Together
As soon as we get this out of the way, though, then we can start focusing on those things.
Yeah,
Exactly.
let's finish talking about how we're deciding to recreate or craft the messages and reach the people, and then we'll talk about the message itself.
Yeah, I know that, but why don't you guys start with the original A99 message?
Because not everyone agrees with the original A99 message. This has evolved into something.
Someone who's well versed on what's been going on. Can we start with the introduction? Because again, there's some people that I don't think know the context of all of this and are here for an information sitting rather than necessarily being part of an organizational
And that's
scheme
what
of
I want to make
things.
sure
So
you
is
guys
somebody
understand.
willing to stand up and maybe give a
Just
short
we're trying to stand up and
list of what's going on? Maybe someone besides Andrew, since he's had the floor for so much time already.
Jeff?
Just hear someone else's voice over here.
Okay, hi, I'm Geoff Scanlan, and I've been one of the first people that got together with some of the core group of people. I'm going to be really quick about this though, because we actually are in our planning stage, and this meeting was called so that we can help start going forward. But I am going to give some quick words. And I don't know about you or anyone else, but I first got attracted to this because I saw what was going on in the streets in New York. And the message that resonated from there is what resonated with me. And that's what got me motivated. And I saw how, especially after the the first mass arrest, about 80, when the pepper spray incident and stuff happened and the lack of coverage. At that same time, other groups around the country were wanting to show support, and they were, Occupy Seattle, Occupy, kind of whatever city. And I was like, wow, I want to show some local support and have a place like these other places are that can show local support as well, and so local people can come together and say, us as a group support this. The moment, that was last Tuesday, and I woke up that morning to start a page, and someone else had already started one, and I don't believe I see Cole. He's not here today, but after talking with him, he had made me an admin on the page, and I made the graphic, and I kind of wrote the about drawing from other Occupy related material. At the same time, that morning I got in contact with Andrew, who started the Occupy Spokane dialogue page, and a dialogue started there about people coming together wanting to do stuff. Ian. He just took off to the bathroom. He was first active saying about when starting an occupation. So was Jessica, very active. And really quickly, it was decided by a couple people to get downtown and protest. We had some action-oriented people, and that's kind of how downtown was picked. It just kind of happened real quick. There wasn't much planning that went into the initial action. It was pretty, quick. People with passion wanted to show that they were really ready to get behind this. And in the meantime, some other people have come forward. Not to call you out, David Brookbank has come, and he's offered a lot of I would say guidance and support, but there hasn't been any real actual leaders, while there has been a group of core people who started this and have been through all the way. We've had Pippi step up, and she's really taken control of the kitchen area. And Pippi and Jessica have been really hardcore in downtown, and they've been able to maintain this 24/7 protest when we lost our tents right away. Some other cities have been broken up and that was it. We've maintained it now for 9 days. We've had a lot of other people show up. Jody has been down almost every day. Melissa has been online showing a lot of strategy and organizing and communicating. John, the gentleman here in the back, he has been there every single night.
Terrible camera person.
And one of the things when Pippi gets to come address is how we are moving forward, and we have had a lot of action, and we haven't had a chance really, except for now, to start organizing and really having a long-term strategy. And with Andrews, he has talked with me, and a lot of the other people have been online kind of a lot and haven't had a chance to come forward because some people do work, some people have more time, and we're trying to figure out the best use of energies where. And when Pippi talks, I would definitely love to have, hear about the fact that it is that occupation downtown that is kind of maintaining a lot of action, but it's also the online planning that we need to go get in sync together. And that's kind of the role that's been playing. My role has been, I've been kind of the main admin on the Facebook page. I've also been trying to coordinate between the different groups that have naturally come together. And some have arrived, and that's again where Pippi is going to talk about how the occupation site has come together, how Ian and Benjamin have really stepped up and taken care of the media messages, live streaming, the web page. And I have been really playing as a facilitator and go-between all of this. I started the first meeting by reading the Declaration because I think that's one of the things is that we need to remember that, we're here in solidarity with New York as well and the rest of the country, and that the first thing that came out was, the official thing, and it took a while, because this is like a process, this is like something unfolding here, and no one really knows the outcome yet, but there's some pretty general things that John and everyone here. And the first thing that came out was the official Declaration of Occupation. And while a lot of people agreed with the first statement there, we're here against corporate greed, we're here against the influence that it has in our lives and our government, and we have a say no more say anymore. It did have a very long list of general grievances, and these grievances were something that, from the main General Assembly, were talked about, discussed, and for a long time. But as other groups got formed, they sent in what they wrote was most important to them. And so that document of the Occupation Declaration included the main general grievances that most people had agreed on. There was a lot there, not everyone agreed with all, but that wasn't set in stone. And from my understanding, what is to come out soon, and which is why we have to be careful, in my opinion, staying away from a direct, clear message. Though I do understand the importance of what Steve wants to introduce here, is that us as a group deciding, as in solidarity, because we got to decide, who are we? Are we Occupy Spokane, solidarity with New York, or are we going to become our own thing? And that's what happens, I think, when we get the message solidified. Because the next thing that's coming out, voted on in the Senate, you can go online to the New York General Assembly if your specific group hasn't been able to have a chance to discuss these things, but they're coming out with a declaration of demands. And that is a group, and that comes out with that. We're going to have to be flexible with that and then decide, is this still something we need to support? Because it might not have all the demands we wanted, and it might have, some other ones that we didn't even know about. And then the next one coming out is the Declaration of Solidarity. As this movement keeps going forward, are we going to be able to stick with it as well? And so that's kind of where we're at, and that's where we're having people come now with the overall structure that we've been trying to figure out as a group. We've had some very active people online. We need more people more active. At the same time, we need people to come explain how it's been going on down there in Jessica, and how we need more people down there too. And that's where today's meeting is kind of focused, is to help people get more decided about where to go. And I'm guessing after the meeting we'll probably come up and say, I think I can help here. A lot of people are going to be able to come out their PRs at the time. That's what we need. But we need people who can come and also go out to do step forward. And this is kind of leading that out. Where can we best fit people? And where can you best offer your help? I'm going to take one question on that.
There's just a note that the people that have been involved in direct occupation and direct action for the last week and longer than that, I know for myself, there's been like a 3-year setup going into New York Occupy. And I've been aware of that for quite a long time. So this is almost a late response on Spokane's part in some realities. But people that have been really doing a lot of direct action this last year, I mean, really just on the concrete with any kind of reform work we can imagine, are really burned out and need help. So people with resources really need replenishing, even if it's, what does Dave call it, a 1-minute guy, come down, be there for a minute, just be a positive word of encouragement to someone else. Just spend 10 minutes talking with someone. That really goes a long ways towards like pumping everybody up and keeping it going. Otherwise, people just kind of fritter away because they get really burned out. And it's cold out. But, terrible.
So I'm going to go ahead and yield back to my floor.
And I think going back to his question about what is the